Allamon Tool Company. We're coming up on our 25-year anniversary. We originally were established for a subsea market, and now we're 100% devoted to the liner hanger land market, along with any casing accessories. We're at our manufacturing and assembly facility in Montgomery, Texas. We manufacture about 75% of our product at this facility. That's one thing that Allamon Tool thrives on, that we do it in-house and then we can react to our customers. Everything's labeled with a heat number, lot number, sales order number. That way we have full traceability of all material that comes in. And that heat number is how we trace it back to the chemistry compounds, the yield and tensile, and all the mechanical properties of this piece of steel. This material is especially used for our liner hanger mandrels. We specify a certain material strength, and then we get a predetermined honed ID, which is just a finish in the ID. This is for our 4.5 by 7 mandrel. This is the first process of machining. They flip it around and do a second process, and then you come up with a finished product. We're fortunate to have 2 4-axis lathes here, and what that allows us to do is run a mandrel complete. We're able to start from bar stock, lathe work, and mill work all on the mandrel for a hanger and packer combo. This is our pocket cone. The mill work is a 2-step process, which the critical part is holding this taper right there. This is where a pocket cone starts, so you can kind of compare before the mill work and then after the mill work. Now he's test fitting the slips into the pocket cone just to verify that the 7-degree taper and all the deburrs are out and that the slips actually engage after he's milled and deburred every part. He does that on every slot. So here we're actually manufacturing our ball seats. We have 2 different types. We have a high pressure ball seat, which is what's being machined here. It actually sets the hanger that in our assembly, and then another ball seat, a running tool that goes in our running tool. This is something that Allamon Tool is kind of unique to the industry and take a lot of pride in having ball seats that function right, same pressures every time. These are a tie-back sleeve. We're able to go from 30 to 10-foot tie-back length, just whatever the customer requires. Kind of a unique feature of our tie-back sleeves. We have a locking wire groove in the tie-back sleeve, so after its assembly, we put a wire around the thread that allows it not to back off. So we just lock it in with a wire instead of thread lock or weld. Have 2 manual mills, and those are used just for one-off product. Knowing the machine, the math, manual machinist is kind of a lost art. Just had a case where we did a 5.5 by 8 5/8, which is unique size, and we were able to engineer, design, and manufacture it in a time frame to get it out to the customer. This is our packer element before the rubber gets machined. And so this is our metal-to-metal seal here, and rubber is bonded over the top, and then it's cured. One of the unique features that Allamon Tool does is we wrap, cure our own packer elements. Rubber's put on in strips. It's put onto a certain OD dimension, and then it's clamped to hold the rubber in place, put in the oven, cured. And we do every one of our packer elements in-house. So here's the oven that we cook the packers in. We have 3 different chambers, so we're able to cook up to 6 packers at one time. And so once the internal temperature of the packer hits 385 degrees, the rubber's cured and it comes out. Probably about a 6-hour process. We cook swab cups, we cook packers, our molded seal pack-offs, some of our bonded seals, anything that we wrap, manufacture rubber. We wrap it, fixture it, and put it in the oven for curing. This is rubber room here, climate controlled, low UV light for all our rubber elements. We keep O-rings, packers, plugs, just anything that rubber, keeping this climate controlled room here. Every part gets 100% QC inspection. Once it's completed machining, everything goes through the same inspection process, whether it's made at Allamon Tool or we use outside service. We take QC very serious. At Allamon Tool, it's a big part of what we are and who we are. These parts are right or they don't make it through this process. Here you can see the different parts that we saw in the machine shop ready to be assembled. Shear ring, packer cone, body lock ring, packer that's completed after it's been wrapped, cured, and machined, tapered backup ring, hold down slipping cone. Here's the pocket cone after it's been coated, T-slot rings, pistons, and cylinders, along with our pocket slips. That's the wires that are used for locking wires. Each assembly is recorded with the serial numbers that's going on to the assembly. Had a customer approach us with a problem for a reef rack liner hanger. Designed a 4x5.5 hanger with a liner top packer that's good for 10,000 psi. We were able to design it, build it, test it, and everything within about a month's time. So we talk about reacting to customer needs. This is a prime example of what Allamon Tool can do for a customer in a short period of time. So very unique 10,000 psi system. So we're proud of this. It was pretty neat development this year for Allamon Tool. That was started from scratch. Started from an idea, went to paper, went to the machining process, the testing process, and now became an actual tool.